SummerSlam exceeded all of our expectations. Daddy H is spoiling us. Who knew that a match that at this point is considered the definition of beating a dead horse will end up possibly being the match of the year? Brock milked some cows, farmed, didn't even shower, and immediately traveled to SummerSlam with his tractor. It's like this entire tractor extravaganza was written for me. Thank you, Triple H. With SummerSlam 2022, Triple H finished what Vince McMahon started with a bang. Let's talk about SummerSlam. The show kicked off with some shots of the stadium, and it really had that WrestleMania vibe. We jumped straight into the Raw Women's Championship match, Bianca Belair versus Becky Lynch, and you can tell Becky is married to Seth Rollins. Like I've said, I wasn't really excited about the match, but I gotta be honest, during the first few minutes, they already pulled me back into it. A great performance by both women. I've seen something in this match that I don't think I've seen before, and that's always a big positive. So the match was great, the crowd was unbelievable, they were really into it, and it was a nice way to kick off the pay-per-view. The finish was also really impressive. We saw the Spanish Fly by Bianca Belair. They both get up in a few seconds, Becky Lynch is dizzy, and Bianca goes straight for the KOD, retains the Raw Women's Championship. What a match. This was the perfect match to end the rivalry. What made things even better is that Bianca Belair turned face. I guess she got humbled. So they both shook hands, hugged it out. Bianca celebrates some more, and then we hear Bayley's music. Bayley is finally back. I have no idea for how long we didn't see Bayley, but it seems like over a year now. I think the last time we saw Bayley was still during the pandemic era. But Dakota Kai makes her return or main roster debut as well. She joins forces with Bayley, and that wasn't it as well. IYO SKY joins Bayley, and it seems like we have a faction. Becky Lynch joins forces with Bianca Belair, and the new alliance just leaves the ring. So the show just kicks off, and Triple H already made some changes. My man is improving the women's division. I can't wait to see what's gonna happen right here. He's already bringing back people that Vince McMahon fired. Not only are we getting more women on Monday Night Raw, we're also getting women's factions. During an interview, Triple H said, "Just watch the show, and I am seeing the changes." Then we saw Logan Paul versus The Miz. The question was, can Logan Paul perform well in a one-on-one match? Now this one definitely exceeded our expectations. We just wanted Logan Paul to perform well, but my man looked like a real professional wrestler. Great athleticism by Logan Paul. It looked like he was doing it for years now. So many great spots, so many moves that you wouldn't expect Logan Paul to do. It seemed like he's going to have the safest match possible, but that was not the case at all. The biggest worry was that he will not win over the crowd. It's impossible. It's Logan Paul. He's a douchebag, but no. That performance alone made him into one of the top baby faces in the WWE. Tommaso Ciampa tried to get involved. Referee stops him and tells him to leave. Tommaso Ciampa doesn't leave. He grabs a chair and decides to watch the match. AJ's music hits, and we got a phenomenal forearm out of nowhere. So now the ring is clear for Logan Paul and The Miz. And this is how Logan Paul shut his critics up. We saw a frog splash off the top rope through the announce table, and the impact made it even better. Crowd absolutely went nuts. Logan Paul tries to pin The Miz, but Maurice distracted the referee. Then The Miz tried to be sneaky. Logan Paul dodges, and The Miz almost hit Maurice. We saw a skull-crushing finale from Logan Paul. 1, 2, 3. Logan Paul wins the match, and people are cheering. This performance made Logan Paul into a believable WWE superstar. The absolute greatest non-wrestler performance in the WWE of all time. Hands down. And that frog splash, I mean, that takes guts. You know, I wasn't the biggest fan of Logan Paul, but you gotta appreciate this man's talent. Not that it's any kind of accomplishment, but he's already like 1,000 times better than Nia Jax. Again, not that it means anything. I was 100% sure that Logan Paul is not gonna win over the crowd. Now, we have no idea how people are gonna react on Monday Night Raw, but I'm feeling positive about this. I'm glad Max Dupree is still in the WWE, and that commercial was hilarious. In my country, it was already 4 AM at that point, and this definitely woke me up. It was time for Bobby Lashley versus Theory for the United States Championship. Another good performance by Theory and Bobby Lashley. Very entertaining match. Say what you will about Theory, the man has a great moveset. The finish was kinda questionable. Theory taps out the Hurt Lock, Bobby retains the championship, and that was basically it. So that was kinda weird. He's Mr. Money in the Bank. He's supposed to be the next WWE champion, the next face of the WWE in Vince McMahon's eyes. I do kinda feel like Triple H is intentionally doing this to kinda show the fans that it's not gonna be the way you think. We could jump into a whole different conspiracy theory by thinking, wow, Triple H got so many of his talents buried by Vince McMahon and now he's doing the same. I don't think that's the case. That would be really stupid. It's a dumb theory. No pun intended. I think Triple H is just messing around and showing people that this is Vince's guy. And now you're seeing changes. Then we saw the Judgment Day versus the Mysterios, and I thought this is going to be possibly the match of the night, but for me, I don't know what it was. I just couldn't really get into it that much. Maybe I just don't really care about the storyline. It's not like the match was bad. The Judgment Day were dominating the Mysterios, but then we see fire, and it's Edge. The entrance looked really cool, and the music is not necessarily bad, but I believe it was just an instrumental. And I have no idea how to feel about this. I want his previous theme song back. Can we get it back? We don't have many good songs left in the WWE. So he spears Finn Bálor, spears Damian Priest, puts Finn Bálor into the 619 position. We see the double 619 and the Mysterios won the match. Edge sends the message, he's a babyface. My man needs to grow back his hair and I have no idea how to feel about this new gimmick. Edge didn't need to make these kind of drastic changes in my opinion. He's Edge. Then we saw another highly anticipated match, Pat McAfee versus Baron Corbin. Corbin's entrance was hilarious because we got a Horace singing bum-ass Corbin. Unfortunately though, Pat McAfee's theme song changed. It's just a generic ripoff now. So this was exactly what you would expect out of Pat McAfee. I guess people were so shocked by Logan Paul's performance that this just felt natural and normal. But this was a very entertaining match. For me, the highlight was Baron Corbin arguing with Michael Cole, and Michael Cole being a Pat McAfee mark. This friendship is real. The best part of the night for me was the Swanton Bambini, I guess that's how you call it. The referee got knocked out, kicked to the balls, and Pat McAfee picks up the W. Great moment, but can we just take a moment and appreciate the commentary? Vince McMahon is gone and Michael Cole is on fire. With Vince McMahon out of his ear, Michael Cole became one of the greatest commentators of all time. Like seriously, the commentary was really good on this show. Michael Cole was just... it seemed like he was enjoying the show. Everything feels more real, less scripted. It's not like I'm watching a commercial anymore. Then we saw Drew McIntyre and he basically sent a message that he is going to be the next WWE Undisputed Champion and got the people chanting for a fan. That was pretty sweet. It was time for the Undisputed WWE Tag Team Championship match. The Street Profits versus the Usos. I thought this one's gonna steal the show and it was entertaining, but it really suffered from exactly what I thought it would suffer. Overexposure. It just feels like I've seen this many times already, you know. To be fair though, they still got me pretty excited about the match. I popped a few times. Double super kick to Angelo Dawkins. 1D and the Usos retain the Undisputed WWE Tag Team Championships. With that match out of the way, Triple H needs to improve the tag team division. We've already seen that he's trying to improve the women's division. Now it's time for the tag team division. Perhaps AJ Styles and Dolph Ziggler, I don't know. It almost feels like we've seen everyone against the Usos, so now it's gonna be really tough to find new legit opponents for the Usos. Riddle came out and he doesn't care about the injury. He wants Seth Rollins. We saw the security, Seth Rollins, he just ran into the ring, ignored the security. We saw a brawl, curb stomp, and Seth Rollins leaves the ring. So yeah, I expected a little bit more. Triple H said, "I hear ya." And we thought that he's gonna get a surprise opponent. It seems like this match is gonna take place in England, and that's why they didn't do this match at SummerSlam. Maybe they didn't have enough time, which is kind of a shame. This was underwhelming. I honestly expected a little bit more. You know, from what I've seen, people are saying that the most underwhelming match of the night was Liv Morgan versus Ronda Rousey for the SmackDown Women's Championship. I don't think it was bad, and I know most people hate the finish, but I actually loved it. Let's be fair, Liv Morgan is not gonna beat Ronda Rousey fair, so they actually played it pretty smart. We got a submission, but Ronda's shoulders were down, so Liv Morgan technically pinned Ronda Rousey, but during the third count, Liv Morgan was already tapping out. So we got exactly what I predicted. Ronda is not happy with the result and she attacks Liv Morgan. Ronda Rousey is a heel now. Absolute chaos. Which is another great decision. Ronda Rousey is not necessarily being fully accepted by the fans. She's giving people the vibe that she doesn't care about the business. Whether she does or doesn't, I don't know, but we do know that she has a problem with the fans. So I believe it's a great idea to turn Ronda Rousey heel. I'm happy with that decision. I want Ronda Rousey to feel like 2018 Brock Lesnar. It would also be great if she could get a manager. Then it was time for the main event, the last man standing match, the Tribal Chief Roman Reigns versus the Ultimate Farmer Brock Lesnar. I popped for this. My life is complete. I can die happy now, ladies and gentlemen. Brock Lesnar introduces himself and jumps on Roman Reigns. This was, dude, I know we've seen this match 1,000 times, and the only time it was truly great was WrestleMania 31. This is the last match between the two, allegedly, and this was possibly even better. Yes, this was a better match. This was the last match of the rivalry, and what a way to conclude this one. Nothing will beat this. This one exceeded my expectations 159 times. Yes, very specific. I don't think this match was missing anything. We got everything we needed to, and this basically gave me Triple H's takeover main event Extreme Rules matches vibes, you know, where it's absolute chaos. Rings are being destroyed. Brock Lesnar lifting Roman Reigns with a tractor was hilarious, and then my man decided to flip over the ring, so he pushes the ring and then he raised it, and Roman Reigns fell. Wow, what a moment. Man, pictures that go hard. This looks like a glitched WWE 2K video game. Obviously, we saw the Usos, we saw Theory, he got F5'd on the briefcase, so the cash-in did not happen. Roman Reigns beats Brock Lesnar with the briefcase, he gives him a couple of spears, he attacks him with the WWE Championship, but Brock Lesnar still gets up after all of these attacks. But then he smacks him with the Universal Championship, puts everything he can find on top of Brock Lesnar, and Roman Reigns stands tall. He's still your WWE Undisputed Champion. What a show. I can't even be mad. And again, the commentary improved so much. Michael Cole screaming, you know, being concerned about Brock Lesnar. This felt real. I'm so happy with these small changes that are maybe small yet so significant. Going into this paper, we thought that this is going to be underwhelming. It doesn't feel like SummerSlam. The card is something that we've seen before, and this was, gotta be honest, like a 9 out of 10 pay-per-view. I might be generous, but this pay-per-view gave me a different vibe. Even the things that I didn't necessarily love, I didn't hate. You know, 2022 is absolutely wild when 90% of the wrestling fans are positive about a WWE pay-per-view. I'm seeing so many people saying, you know, I didn't watch Raw in years, but now I have to. God, wrestling is interesting right now. So Roman Reigns versus Drew McIntyre next in UK pay-per-view. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. The Great One, peace, love, and hugs. It's been a pleasure.